Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Sandra and welcome to the Nostria pre-seed funding round. Nostria, your social network. It is the easiest way to get started with Nostria. That's our slogan and goal at the moment. And Nostria is a very new startup. Things will change. This is our pre-seed funding round where we want to get some seed funds to continue our development and complete the minimal viable product for Nostria. The purpose of Nostria is to enable a truly decentralized global scaling for Nostr. And we also want to support the growth of Nostr as an ecosystem through both premium and free infrastructure. And the problem today with Nostr is that it won't be able to scale with large centralized relays. This is a graph that shows the current status of the most popular relays on Nostr. Damus is the biggest one, most popular. It has 650,000 users, active users at any given moment. And this just won't scale to global needs. So this is where Nostria want to try and help the solution and enable it to grow globally. Our solution is to regionally deploy what we call discovery relays. It's a piece of software we built that is sort of like DNS for Nostr, making it easy and quick to look up users, no matter how many there are. And then you start connecting to the user relays instead of connecting to the centralized relays. And what is needed is sort of a pooled amount of user relays. So when a user comes to the different Nostr apps, they should be assigned to relays that is not populated too much yet. Instead of just everyone using these same centralized relays, they should be put on separate relays, and then you can scale and distribute more easily and better. And Nostria will also do the infrastructure, but we're also building the Nostria app, which is built then to utilize these discovery relays and to be able to scale. And Nostria wants to be a total service provider for ease of use and adoption of Nostria. And there's a screenshot here of a test we did to demonstrate some of the issues that users might be facing when they're trying to use Nostr today. And we made a test deployment of a discovery relay and a relay to South Africa and checked the latency from Europe and then the latency locally in South Africa. And as you can see here, the difference is just incredible. And this is something to think a lot about if you're going to do global distribution and have high quality of service for our users. So why now? Well, we want to help increase the adoption and use of Nostr. And Nostr has a proven track record now. It's a protocol that have existed for a few years. There's multiple clients that exist both on Android, on iPhone, and web clients, on desktop. There are a good user base there already, and the technology is showing that it actually works. And it is also quite clear that the market is looking for new alternatives. Given the recent success of Blue Sky is an example on that. The current market size of Nostr, which is fairly hard to calculate because Nostr is a decentralized protocol, meaning there could be a completely isolated community in Japan or China, for instance, that nobody knows about. But there is statistics services that try to aggregate some of the data, and some of it indicates that there's around 15,000 daily active users today on Nostr. Weekly active users is 40,000. Total users that are made accounts on Nostr is around 43 million users, and they have produced now more than 500 million events. The goal with Nostria is to reach 1 million daily active users on Nostr. We want to compete with Blue Sky. And that's our competitors. Like, we don't look at other Nostr apps as our competitors. They're our friends. We collaborate with them. Instead, the ones we are competing with is decentralized social media, such as Mastodon, which isn't decentralized. It's a federation system. And then you also have Blue Sky, which have almost 40 million users now and more than 3 million active users daily. X is of course in its own separate league in terms of adoption and usage. The same applies to Facebook, but it sort of demonstrates some of the market size that exists and is available for us to capture with Nostria. Then our product. Well, our app, it is both intuitive and simple to use. And as you can see here in the screenshot, this is not something that is just a vaporware. This actually exists. I've been building this for a little while now. Anyone can try it out already. It is considered like prototype level. It's not an MVP yet, but we also already have a rich set of features built into it, but we have a lot more to come. And one of the things that we're focusing on is hiding the complexity for most users and automating when possible. One of those automations will be that when you launch Nostria in, let's say, Australia, and we have and if at this time we have deployed or infrastructure to Australia, it will actually detect where the user are and ask, do you want to connect to your Australian data center for the best optimal performance for you? This is some of the innovations that we want to bring with the Nostria application and infrastructure, because infrastructure is a second product. And we're bringing on an industrialized distributed infrastructure architecture to Nostr. And as long as we end up acquiring paid users, there will be unlimited scaling capabilities with the architecture that is in this diagram. There is part of our architecture design. And we obviously also will have free services for quick and seamless user adoption and growth. It's super important to adopt enough users. But yeah, so this is a very important part of the work we're doing, not just building the app, but also setting up this infrastructure. Our roadmap right now is that we've used April and we're in May now, and we're working on this proof of concept and foundational infrastructure, starting to deploy it. I will try to make weekly videos with status updates explaining what has happened and what is going on. And then in June, the pre-seed funding round will start, like the first milestone will start the 1st of June, and it goes for 3 months. It's June, July, or August. This is some of what we're going to be focusing on. This might change a little bit, but it's sort of the high level, what we want to focus on and what we're going to be building for the next three months. Our goal is to have a really good MVP that demonstrates the capabilities and that this is possible to make Nostr scale globally. Our business model is that we will have premium and premium plus subscriptions, and that will give valuable extra features to the users. We understand that we want to try to work with the market and the users and see what kind of features the users want to make them take the jump from a free version to the premium. And as long as we end up being able to get people to sign up for the premium paid subscription, scaling shouldn't be a problem. We also have various other extra features that we might add. One example would be if you're a very popular content creator, you could sign up to be currently called global distributed relay distribution, which means that your content will be distributed to all the data centers that we are running. So that if you're an American living in the US and you're very popular, people living in, for example, Australia or Japan, they will be able to just connect to the local relays to get your content. But for most users, this is not needed. And we also want to announce already now that we are considering potentially running advertisement towards free accounts. This is something Blue Sky also have mentioned, to be able to finance their own infrastructure. We don't know if this will happen, but we just want to announce this already now. Our team, it's me, I'm the CEO and founder. I have a lot of experience with software development, architecture, infrastructure. I've worked with a lot of different sectors and industries, more or less everything that exists. And I also have a passion for open source. I've been one of the top contributors on GitHub for many years, and also very much interested in decentralized technologies. And I built another Nostr client called Block or Notes many years ago, not many, a few years ago. And yeah, it was quite successful as well. And this is sort of one of the reasons why I ended up deciding to build Nostria, because I see there's a need to make Nostr scale globally. With me in my team, I also have Costa, and he's a software engineer, full stack developer. I worked with him before on a project called Sunche Wallet. He's a great developer, very high pace, high speed, delivers good quality of code and functionality. I'm very super happy to have him part of this team. And then we also have Lou, which is a junior software developer, currently finishing her education in software development. She has also contributed before to other open source projects that I've been working on. So we have I'm very happy to have her as well on this team. And us three is the core team that's going to be developing this the next 3 months. Hopefully we don't want to and don't need any more people at the current moment. When we're finishing, getting closer to finalizing the MVP, there will be a need for additional people, and that's when we're going to start working on our seed round, and that will probably be announced 3 to 6 months after this initial funding round. Nostria is currently under development and is being funded by me. Our pre-seed funding round target is just $30,000 to finance us for 3 months. We don't want to ask for too much more, because we want to demonstrate that this is viable, it is possible without spending too much money. And yeah, as I mentioned, we'll do a seed funding round after this to ensure that we can have successful global launch of Nostria. And for funding platform, we've chosen something very interesting called Angor. It is a peer-to-peer decentralized crowdfunding protocol built on Bitcoin and Nostr. And we're going to be launching this the May 11th, and the deadline for doing an investment here is May 31st. This is available on angor.io. A little disclosure, of course, I'm also part of the developers working on this open source platform called Angor. And yep, and one of the most innovative features with Angor is that a project, when it's launched there, is set up with milestones, ensuring that your funding is secure. So after 1 month, if the team of Nostria doesn't deliver, you as an investor can decide to take your funds back. There will be a period where your funds are locked, but you will get your funding back if we are not able to deliver, even after just the first month. So check out Angor to learn more and get ready for this investment opportunity. And with that, I just want to say thank you. Check our website or send us an email if there's if there's anything else. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon.